Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sal here, back again in the building. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. I want to talk to you today about how I trade using BlackBoxStocks. I have a fantastic video already on my channel about the system. Let's just go over it really quickly here. Again, it's an algorithm-based trading system. It's a proprietary system that the company has designed that scans over 13,000 stocks that trade on various different markets, OTC, NASDAQ, NYSE, to find stocks that are moving up, down, sideways to generate, we hope for you, a return on investment. And I'm going to show you how to take advantage of the alerts that it gives you to put yourself in the best position to make a return on your investment. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you're a trader, short-term, long-term, I want to show you a strategy that's going to do a couple things. One, again, put you in the best position to generate a return. And two, guarantee that you will be a part of every single three-digit winner that comes through the daily alert system. All right, so there will never be a three-digit runner that the system gives you that you will not be a part of if you follow this system. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if you've got $1,000, $2,500, $500 to get started. Obviously, the more you have, the better. But whatever you have, if you follow this strategy, you're going to be in the best position to trade moving forward. I can't guarantee to make you a millionaire, ladies and gentlemen. I can never do that. But I can definitely put you in the driver's seat to generate the kind of return on your trades that are going to make using the system and also being a trader worthwhile. So let's get right into it, shall we? Let's get right into it. Again, this is the black box system. This is when you log in. This is what you see here. Again, all the stocks you can think of are in the system. We've got the chat rooms. We've got the option alerts, OTC alerts, penny stock alerts. I mean, volume. Of course, you got the heat map. You got several different ways to use the system. Let's just go breeze by the heat map. Again, for those of you guys who don't know how to use the heat map, this is basically a visual, a graphical way that you can be able to see during the trading day where the action is. All right, so you're seeing here guys taking positions, as you see the green and the blue, taking positions in the SPY, the chart that I have up right now, the ticker that I have up right now. C2 going in as far as 2 weeks ahead, C1, C and C0 going in real close here in the short term. So again, this is not a review. I will post a review video. Again, it's time for me to update the review video I've already made previously, but right now I want to get into how I use BlackBox to generate the kind of returns that I do. Those of you guys who follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, you see my posts of the type of gains that I'm getting. All of those trades are BlackBox trades. I am simply copying what I'm seeing on BlackBox and following those traders into those trades. And here's how I'm doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into it. All right, so I'm going to play my PowerPoint presentation and we're going to follow along. Okay, so I'm going to make myself disappear here. I'm going to be right in the background, but we're going to go ahead and follow my presentation. So this presentation is how I use BlackBoxStocks alerts, ladies and gentlemen. And first and foremost, let's get straight into it. Behavior is key. All right, one thing we need to understand as traders who use a black box or an algorithm-based trading system is that you need to accept that you're not good enough to do this on your own, right? You are not knowledgeable enough, or you have traded enough to be honest with yourself that you need assistance, right? That you need a leg up, an extra set of eyes to be able to generate a return on your trades, right? So you need a system to help you. If you're going to use the black box trading system, accept that you're not good enough. Two, let's talk about size of the trade. I need you to understand that the size of your trade is not as important as the accuracy of your entry, right? So when you're using my system, I'm not interested in hearing about you going in with 10 contracts, 100 contracts. I need you to use an appropriate amount of size that's going to keep you into the game, because what's going to make you successful in the long term is the accuracy of your entries using my system. 3, I need you to understand that you have to consistently follow a strategy to be successful. Now, my strategy that I've been using with BlackBox has been consistently successful because I stick to the system. Now, it doesn't work every single time. I can't promise you that. No one can promise you that. But I can guarantee my last where I can guarantee that every 3-digit gain through the system, you will be a part of that. All right. You will be a part of that. Now, how far it continues to go up, right? We've had 200, we've had 300% gainers before. I can't promise you, but look, if it gets 110, 120, 130, you're going to get 50, 60, 70% of that. Whatever that is, that's going to be money, again, that you can put into your trading account to, again, leverage and grow and grow and grow. So let's keep going. Now, the first step are what we call the action alerts. And I think those are probably the most lucrative trades on the BlackBox system. You're saying, LaSalle, where are the BlackBox action alerts? Well, the action alerts are in the alert tab, right? So in the options, in the alert tab, we're going to get out of the SPY here, all options, right? So they're going to be next to the flow tab, but we're going to look for the alert tab. That's the alert tab in the system. So while you're in the system, you want to be following the alert tab. This is where I'm at 90% of the time, all right? 90% of the time intraday, this is where I'm going to be in the alert tab, looking at different alerts that have came through the system intraday, all right? So when I'm saying alert, this the action alerts, right? And again, this is what I call the action alerts. That is what I'm talking about. All right, that is what I'm talking about. So let's get back to my PowerPoint presentation. All right. So again, the action alerts, we're gonna focus on only going into alerts that are up 50%. Yes, we are only going to focus on alerts that hit 50%. That's any direction, put or call, any ticker. All right. Obviously, I want you to start small using my strategy. One contract is just enough, just to prove to you it works. All right. And at the 50% level, we're going to go in and we're going to keep a 30% stop loss. If the stock goes below at 50%, up 50%, if we go below 30% from that 50% entry, we're going to go ahead and stop that trade. All right. Of course, out of the money options, you must close before 3 o'clock. Please do not. Most of the action alerts are going to be same week expiration. You don't want to go into the next day with an out of the money option up 100%, up 90%, 95%, and you're out of the money. You don't want to do that. Please close that trade. Enjoy your profit. There's going to be another opportunity for you to trade tomorrow. All right. Never hold a big gainer overnight. That's another example too. And I'm going to show you an example of these action alerts, what I'm talking about here. But please follow those last 2 points. Out of the money options must close that day. 100%. You're up 100. You're up 90. You're up 80. Whatever it is, close that option that day. Enjoy your profit. All right. So let's look at an example here. All right, so I've got an example here of a recent action alert, right? It was an AMD trade. It happened at 11:42, right? Same day expiration on the 21st, right? This actually took place on the 21st of April. They were going for the $30 strike. It was a put option. The alert came in at 48 cents, right? So the alert came in 50%. This is our entry, right? This is our entry. The 50%. Again, once this ticker hits 50 right here, that's where I'm going in. I'm only going to go in on the trade if it hits 50. That's the only time I'm going to go into the trade. That's the only time, again, I'm going to go into the trade, and I'm going to give myself a 30% stop loss because it could go against us momentarily, right? Momentarily. So we want to make sure we give ourselves a nice bit of room to be able to work with the ticker, all right? So that was our entry. And then as you can see, it actually went against us a little bit here, slowly, but surely we ended up getting the breakdown and exiting for 103% gain. Now, you did not get the 103% gain, right? That's not what we got. We actually got 53% on the return because, again, we got in at the 50% entry. But again, going in at 50% is the only way we can guarantee ourselves, one, that we're getting into a trade that's actually generating some revenue. See, when the alerts, when the system generates the alert, we're getting a whole bunch of different tickers that are coming through. Some days it could be 5, 6, 7. Some days just 3 or 4. We want to make sure that we're actually getting into stocks that are moving, right? That are moving in the direction we want to be moving into, which is positive. They're generating returns. So a 50% strategy, in my opinion, and I'm going to have BlackBox do some research on that and find, has overwhelmingly in my trading been able to generate consistent returns over the course of several trades that I'm able to generate 30, 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, when we have those days when we got those 100, 200, 250% runners, I'm in that. I am in that because I am able to see, hey, this stock is up over 50%, this option alert has crossed the 50%. I need to be into that trade. And that's why this system works, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it going. So let's talk about now the flow alerts. Now, the flow alerts are next to the action alerts, and the flow alerts are what I would call probably the second level of profitability in the black box system. Is again, the system offers so many ways to trade, but these are my two favorite. I'm only focusing on these two because I don't want to make this a 1 hour thing. All right, I'm trying to deliver this to you as fast as I can here. So here's the option flow, and again, it's generating alerts, right? Unusual trading action on thousands of stocks. So you've got to have a system that you are following that has now brought a stock into your point of view. Now, you guys already know that I've got a video called The Only Trading Strategy You'll Ever Need, which is a moving option, a moving average trading system. And for me, it's 25-10. All right, 25-10 on the daily or even a weekly chart are some of my most favorite ways to trade. So I will be looking at different tickers. I have different software that sets it up where I get an alert when a stock has crossed below the 25 moving average on a daily or weekly chart. And then I begin to look to see where I can be able to make money on this investment, because I then look through the black box system, right, whether it be AMD or Bank of America or whatever it is, and I begin to look for a trade that follows my system, right? So I'll be looking for a call or a put, whatever direction the stock was moving in, whether it be above my moving average or below. I'm looking to copy a trade that best fits my strategy, right? So I would then use either your sniping tool or your trading notebook and write it down, right? I'm going to write down, all right, this is AMD, this is the July 19th call or October or December. I'm going to write the strike price. I'm going to, of course, write the direction, right? And then the most important thing of all, I'm going to write the price that they paid for the option. And guess what? Yes, you're right. I'm only going to go into the trade once the trade has reached over or just past 50%. That is the only time I'm going to take advantage of this system, right? It has to already have hit 50%. And again, I'm only going to touch an option that is either a week or 2 weeks ahead or a month out or more than a month out. I will never use the flow chart for an intraday trade, right? If it's an intraday trade that I need to be paying attention to, it should have been in the alert, right? It should have been in the action alerts. If it didn't come through the action alerts, I don't want to see it, all right? I don't want to take advantage of it in the flow system. Now, they do have some guys who take advantage of it. That's fine. They can do that. If it works for them, great. But for me, I'm not going to take advantage of an intraday trade or a same-day expiration trade that comes out of the flow alert system, all right? I'm not going to do that. So let's go back again to my PowerPoint presentation, all right? And forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, I know I keep going back and forth, but I just want to make sure that you really understand how I'm using BlackBox to make myself, a regular income, right? How I'm feeding my trading account. So many guys are not feeding their trading account. You've got to be feeding your trading account, and that means using a strategy that actually works, that actually has the ability to make those dreams that you have for yourself possible. All right. So again, using the flow alerts, we're going to copy the position you want, right? The price of the alert. Get a trading notebook, get a pen, go to the dollar store, get yourself a stack of pens, a couple, a notebook that's strong and sturdy. Write down that alert and then follow it, whether it be the same day or over the course of a couple days. Check on the price of that option. And hey, if it crosses 50% and you've got a month left, you've got a whole week left, you've got 2 weeks left, you've got 3 months left on that option, that's when you jump in. Right? You've got to wait for that 50%, right? And again, as I said, intraday option in the flow, they're just not valuable to me. Again, there are some guys who do it, right? And they have said, that they make money doing it. That's fine. But I'm not going to use intraday through the flow, all right? Again, the alert should flow through your strategy. My strategy is the 25 and a 10 moving average, right? Whether it's going above the 25 or below the 25, and then I use my 10 moving average to close the trade. But again, I'm going to then pull up using the flow to identify a option position that I want to take using the flow alert. Again, focus on weekly or monthly options in the daily chart. Let's look at an example. Recent example here took advantage of is WDC, which is Western Digital. And Western Digital broke beneath my 25 moving average on the daily chart. And as you can see here, the order came out. That was the beginning of, or when the order was released, right? You write it down. You say, hey, this is a really interesting stock. It's May 7th. It actually happened to be my birthday. And that's why I was really interested in it. It actually happened to be my birthday. Again, it was a June 21st expiration, so it had quite a bit of time on that, and I love that. It was a 50, so it was already slightly in the money option. It's a $50 strike price put option. They bought it at $46.71. They paid $4.84 for it. Now, we got the 50% move on the price again, already in the money, so we knew that this was going to move quickly and appreciate in value because, again, you're already buying an option with some really nice IV here starting out. So we knew that it was going to move quite quickly. The entry, right, the entry then was here, right, at about $44, $45. The exact entry can't confirm right now for you, but that was the candlestick. That was the perfect entry for us. And when I say for us, I mean myself, but I trade for me and my family. So that was the entry. And again, it's going to go against you sometimes. And again, that's what protects you when things sometimes go against you, is that when you buy that in the money call option, even when it goes against you, sometimes it doesn't hurt you as badly. So the stock did start to move against us slowly, but again, could not close above my 10 moving average, right? It did not close and give me a positive green signal above my 10 moving average. So we stay into the trade until it actually breaks, right? Until it actually breaks above that 10 moving average strategy, and that's the closing trade. But here's the point. The point is this option does not get taken advantage of by me until we hit 50%, right? Until we hit 50%. So until that trade, right? Until that trade generated a return of 50% on the price of this option, I wasn't going to jump in it, even though it was a beautiful trade. I didn't know. Who knows that how this is how the trade is going to end up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But when I know that you're up 50% already, now it's a much more exciting trade, right? It's a much more interesting trade for me to get in because you're up 50%, and now you've only moved down 4 or 5 days. You still got a ton of time left. I want to jump in behind you and take advantage of whatever you got left. So that was a solid return on a trade that now is giving me ideas that I'm actually might start a separate channel on just following these trades that are coming through the black box system. So look out for that soon. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, again, that's a wrap. That's a wrap of my strategy and how I use it. I hope that you clearly understood how to take advantage of the system and its alerts. Go back, watch it again if you just didn't get it. But I just really wanted to hit it to you real quickly and clearly about how I use it. And again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Got Penny Stocks is my name. If that ever changes in the future, I'll definitely leave it in the description where to join me. Visit my website, advancedequityresearch.com. It's just kind of where I get to be a little bit more in depth, and I've got some really great future plans for that website. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to take advantage of the black box stock system, please use my link, blackboxstocks.us, blackboxstocks.us. When you guys use my link to register and be a part of that, you're investing in me and you're investing in what I'm doing here, and it shows your appreciation for what I do, and I greatly appreciate that. All right. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed my video. Please click subscribe if this is your first time watching. Thank you so much, and again, join us here at Black Box Stocks. I mean, again, the system is just getting better and better every day. All types of improvements that are being made to the system to improve it, to make it better for you. I mean, just from a year ago, I can't tell you the kind of improvements in speed and customer service and the amount of people that have signed up. It's just been an incredible turnaround. And not even turnaround because it was never down, but an incredible acceleration of membership. And it's only going to get more expensive, and it's going to only get more popular. So we want to grandfather you in by joining now. Again, using my link, blackboxstocks.us. This is your boy Sal. I appreciate you for watching. If you're watching it this long, until next time, take care, everyone. All right.